I live in a 30-foot travel trailer with my husband, 2 cats, and a dog. We've been in the camper for about 7 months now, full time, and in that time frame we learned a lot. We actually like it a lot, except for the fact that we don't have running water right now because it's winter and the pipes are frozen, but it's not as bad as we thought it was going to be. So come along with me for a little reset day in my life in the camper. Good morning. Let's go through a day in my life living in a 30-foot camper. There's quite a few things that are inconvenient about living in the camper, but we're also not paying rent right now, and we're living in a camper. I think we pay like $300 a month for the camper payment, so we really can't complain. We made it super duper cozy in here. It's pretty messy right now. It gets messy very quickly because it's such a small space, but it also cleans up quickly. So I'm going to finish my coffee and then I'm going to clean up, and then I'm gonna make some breakfast. So let's do it. I'm gonna give you a little messy camper tour now so that you could see what it's like when it's in shambles, and then you could also see what it's like when it's super clean. Since we don't have running water, the dish pit fills up super quickly. We carry this dish pit over to my mom's house once or twice a day to do dishes. So I'm gonna take care of that shortly. My compost also needs to be dumped, but this is my coffee station. I start off my morning every day with a coffee. This is my stove, which is also messy from dinner last night. I got this magnet to hang all of my knives, and that has been a lifesaver as far as counter space and just being able to see all the knives that I have. I did link my knife magnet on my Amazon storefront. And that's our garbage, which also needs to go out. I simply hang a plastic garbage bag on a hook and leave it there. So that's what works for us. And that's how we do it around here. Turning around, this is the other half of my kitchen. We just put a big piece of butcher block on top of the booth that was here so that I had plenty of space for cooking, and this has honestly been amazing to cook on and really fun actually. So I love this setup. It needs to be organized and cleaned, but it's a great space for cooking and filming. And then I store all of my pots and pans and all my cooking appliances underneath. And then we'll go to the bedroom, which I already stripped the sheets because they needed washing. My little bookshelf area, my pride and joy. We also have an Xbox that we play every night. It gets really cozy in here because we have our TV hanging above the bed. So it's just a vibe in here when it's nice and cozy. I'll show you it again when it's clean. And turning around to the other side of the camper, it is an absolute shambles. I should be embarrassed, but I'm not. Couch area that folds out into a bed. My coffee table that's just covered in junk right now. This dirty laundry and garbage and extra stuff that needs to be organized. Under here is where we have our litter box area. That actually worked out really, really well. Fireplace, which keeps us nice and toasty. And then my pantry, which, oh my goodness, it's a mess. My pantry needs some serious organizing. I can't say that that's gonna happen today, but yeah. Thankfully we have a pantry that fits all of my cooking ingredients and spices and etc. So desperately needs to be organized. Lastly, we've got our bathroom, which we barely use because we don't have running water. We use the shower as a closet slash cleaning supply storage area and tripods, etc. That's the grand tour, and now I'm gonna get to cleaning so that you could see it when it's not in shambles. Side note, I found this rock while I was out on a walk the other day, and it has 3 fossils in it. I don't know if you can see it. Let me turn the camera. There's one there, one right here, and there's one right there. Isn't that cool? We also have an outdoor kitchen with a mini fridge, and I store a lot of our drinks out here. This needs to be organized, so this is the before. And after. So much better. I had a lot of stuff to get rid of in there. And I'll burn these with all my other paper garbage later. I'm carrying my water jugs over to my mom's house to get some water, and I'm also carrying over my cardboard to burn. I just spent like a half hour sorting through trash. Before I do anything else, I'm going to make myself a breakfast quesadilla with bell pepper, onion, cheese, and egg. This is a pretty typical breakfast for me. I make breakfast quesadillas a lot, and then I always have it with some Greek yogurt and hot sauce. Delicious. I find that I'm most productive in the morning, so I try to get as much work done before noon as possible. And then I usually film in the evening because I like to cook dinner right before Matt gets home from work so that he has a fresh meal when he gets home. So that's kind of like how my day goes, but every day is a little bit different. I just turned on the overhead light, which is probably going to mess up my whole lighting situation. That's one thing with my Canon G7X that I'm filming my YouTube videos on. Still learning how to figure out the lighting and the focus. Focus on this camera is a little difficult, but I love the quality of the camera, so forgive me if I'm out of focus and have bad lighting. Still working on it. Oh, you want some love? Now for the most challenging part about living in the camper, making this bed, because it's shoved up against the corner. So it's really hard to get a bed sheet on. Bob, you're gonna have to move. Excuse me. Beep beep. Hate this so much. Get down, Suede. My animals just love to get in the way. Ugh. And I'm not making this bed for the aesthetic. My sheets never match, and I really don't care because nobody sees this bed except for me and my husband and my animals. And I'm not putting my shoes on the bed, don't worry. Fitted sheet is on. Comforter time. And then this is a blanket that I just cover the bed with during the day because the cats like to lay on it. And then I just take this off at night. Finally, pillows. I'm still using Christmas pillowcases. I'm not a very aesthetic person. This is a workout in itself. All done. Woo! That was a task. Taking some more dirty laundry over to my mother's house, as well as dirty dishes. Time to vacuum. It's like 3 p.m. and I'm finally done cleaning for the day. So let's do a clean camper tour. The nook area is much more clean than it was earlier today. Murray is still mad at me because of the vacuum. Turning around, we straightened up this area, cleaned off the coffee table, somewhat organized the fireplace. It's tax season, so I've got papers everywhere. I cleaned off the butcher block, so I have plenty of filming space. The kitchen is clean. I did all the dishes. That took probably the longest. Took out the compost, scrubbed the stove. Bed is made. Bob is already enjoying the coziness, and that's why I have to change my sheets so often. I also did a lot of cleaning up outside today because it's the first day that it's not snowing or raining. There was a big mess outside that I cleaned up. Now I have to edit some videos, and then I might go for a walk if it doesn't start raining. I'm making myself a peanut butter waffle before my walk. I did one with peanut butter and honey and one with just butter. I got a new little egg boiling machine, so I just boiled some egg. For dinner, I just plan on having rice, eggs, soy sauce, green onion, and maybe some tuna. I don't really feel like cooking tonight, but I am gonna try these veggie samosas. I got them at Aldi. We'll see how they turn out. I love samosas. They have a tamarind dipping sauce. Probably end the video here because my husband's gonna be home from work soon, and when he gets home from work it tends to be a little chaotic. But I think today was a successful camper reset. I'm feeling a lot better in this space. It was super cluttered in the beginning of the day and I was having anxiety over it, but I'm feeling a lot better now. So hopefully I sleep better tonight knowing that I have a clean camper. Fingers crossed.